Now, over the weekend, 2 people were hospitalized after a shooting in Bricktown. This comes just a few days after Oklahoma City Police announced enhanced safety measures in the area. So joining us this morning to talk more about that and other initiatives for the department is the Oklahoma City Police Chief, Ron Basie. So thank you so much for being with us on a Monday morning. We appreciate it. So you have partnered with downtown businesses as well as Bricktown businesses to kind of enhance the safety and make sure everyone is safe down there in Bricktown. Can you walk us through some of those efforts, like increased security as well as more patrols in the area?
Well, we've looked at everything, Shelby. Increased lighting in areas that are dark, working with the business owners to help them more securely and safely facilitate a safe environment for their patrons. I guess weekends we have overtime officers to the tune of 20 to 25 additional officers potentially patrolling Bricktown, and of course we have a virtual presence in Bricktown as well as the businesses do. So we work very, very hard to keep it safe for everyone that would go there to have a good time.
And we also have the curfew as well for those underage kids, making sure families that want to go out there past a certain time, things are going to be safe for them when they go out and try and enjoy family time.
Absolutely. The curfew is very important. We noticed that we had a lot of issues with disturbances that involve juveniles. And so 9 p.m. is the curfew in Bricktown, and we can't have anyone under the age of 18 there without some type of supervision from an adult, mainly a parent. And we've noticed that that's kept a lot of the disturbances down.
A lot of great work you're doing out there. And parents, keep that in mind, 18 and younger. They can't be there past 9. I do want to move on to this story here. So just last week, the district attorney did charge Oklahoma City Police Sergeant Joseph Gibson with felony aggravated assault stemming from that traffic stop in October with 71-year-old Lick Vu. The department is waiting for this case to go through the court system before deciding on a punishment for that officer. But in the meantime, is the department having any additional conversations about use of force?
Well, we're always evaluating ourselves and trying to be the best version of ourselves for our community. As you stated, this case is in the criminal justice process, and we're going to await the final disposition of that before we take any additional steps. But as an agency, we always look to improve. We always review incidents and just try to figure out what we can do to better serve our community.
So the department's also working on mental health here in our state. This is some good news here. There was a significant drop in the number of mental health related calls answered by officers in over 13 months, down 57%. Talk about some of the ongoing work and the partnerships that are making all of this possible.
So this is a robust effort from the city as a whole. We work with our community partners in the mental health field. Mobile crisis teams have come online. 988 has come online. The fire department has the mobile integrated health unit, which they started with their first unit, I think December 1st, and I could be wrong, but I think they had 6 transports their first day. So we're starting to see the resources come online to get the appropriate response when people are in crisis. I've said this before and I'll say it again, the police department has become the Swiss Army knife for every problem the community has, and what we've learned and what we've always known is that we're not always the appropriate tool for what's occurring, and so getting those tools in place, those resources, has been a great help. And sometimes getting that first appropriate resource on the first call mitigates additional calls from the same person.
So we've talked about partnerships not only in Bricktown but for mental health as well. Can you talk about the importance of the Oklahoma City Police Department partnering with the local community to make sure Oklahoma City is safe?
Well, the safety of Oklahoma City is everyone's job. It's not just the police department. We can't do this without our community. Every step of Oklahoma has a standard, and we have that standard for a reason. We stand together where there's a tornado, any type of tragedy that affects this community. You see everyone working together to get us to that better day that we know lies ahead.
Another partnership y'all are working on, OHP as well as other local law enforcement agencies, the Drive Sober, Get Pulled Over campaign running through the holidays just to make sure drunk drivers are off of the roads. I know recently we do have that survivor tree signifying the 146 people that were killed since 2020 by drunk drivers. How important is it to make sure drunk drivers are off of the roads throughout these holidays?
Well, you listed the stat, 146 people. It's not 146 people. It's 146 families, friends, co-workers that will be forever impacted by those losses and those tragedies. If it's predictable, it's preventable. And we know that drunk driving has, in this case, catastrophic consequences. So we encourage people during the holidays and any time of year for that matter to utilize the resources that are available, whether it's having a sober person drive or using a ride share, whatever you have to do to ensure that you're not the cause of such a horrific act that deprives this community of people who should still be here.
The consequences, as we all know, can be deadly. 146 people do not have someone to spend with this holiday season as they've lost them to drunk driving. Chief Basie, any final comments before we go?
The Oklahoma City Police Department is very proud of the service that we provide to this community, and this is a great city. And if there's anyone out there who believes that they have a passion for this type of work, we're always hiring. Please reach out to our recruiting unit. We have an academy starting in January, and we'll have somewhere between 70 and 80 recruits in that academy. We're really excited about that, but we're as excited about the academy starting in August. And so stay tuned for that one. Again, if you know anyone that would be great for this job, please encourage them to apply.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for joining us on this Monday morning. We truly appreciate it.